And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
This show is called the Dice Tower because I really like dice towers. Dice tower you put on the table, you throw your dice in, they come out. So any game that has that same kind of thing is going to be near and dear to my heart, and that's what Knuckling Knights has in it. Basically, you take the box, and let me show you here. We take the box, and in the box is some cardboard, and I'll take this cardboard and fold it like thusly, and stick it here in the box, and put this piece in, and lo and behold, we have a dice tower, kind of, sort of. It's actually a castle where knights are trapped. Let's take a closer look. Okay, here we have the board as it's set up, and this is a really simple game. Each player gets a certain amount of knights in front of them. They're these little pawns. These are the knights of the player. And on the player's turn, they roll a die. This die here will show either the number 1 or the number 2 or the door. The door's on one side of the die. The other sides are 1 or 2. If you roll a 1 or a 2, you will throw that many knights into the tower. However, if someone rolls the door, then everything is different. Okay, let's say here that Melody has rolled the door. She will now free the knights from the castle. So go ahead and pull that out. When she pulls it out, you can see that all the knights come rushing down, and there are 2 holes here, and in these holes it's really possible that knights may fall into. Now the knights who didn't fall survive. They're all well and good. Since Melody is the color yellow, she gets her knight back. She also gets to keep 1 knight of every other color, which in this instance is all the knights. So that was really good for her. Now, this is really the only strategy part of the game. On future turns, she's to decide which knights to throw in the tower, because if she throws her own in, she'll get those back. If she throws other colors in, she may not get them back if someone else is the one to release them from the tower. But you know what? The whole thing is just, I mean, that's pretty much the whole game. It's just a lot of fun for kids to pull that gate out. Throw all your knights in there and let's pull it out, just because it's really cool to watch in the video. So she's going to pull it out here, and we'll watch in not in slow motion, but go ahead and pull it out. And you can see lots of knights fell down into the hole. Oh, the hole of death and doom. There they all are, dying. How sad. Or I guess they're not. This is a kid's game. They're trapped and will be freed later. The game continues until one player no longer has any knights left, which doesn't take very long. The player with the most knights at that point in time gets a coin. Hurrah! The first person to get 2 of these coins is the winner of the game. It's a very simple game. The idea of putting knights in and pulling this out. There really isn't any luck, and so you're going to run into problems, I guess, in that regard. I mean, did I say there really isn't any? There's plenty and plenty of luck. If all you do the whole game is you roll these numbers and you don't ever get to pull the door out, well, that's kind of disappointing for kids. I would play again and keep going until they were able to pull it out, because pulling this out is part of the fun. I guess there might be some strategy in how you pull it out, trying to get your pieces not to fall in the hole, but these things roll pretty well and they easily fall into these holes on the board. Very fun, fast, and you could play 4 or 5 games of this in 15 minutes. That's how quick it is. I really can't say that the game itself is anything super exciting. It's just what you're doing. Throwing the knights in, pulling them out, capturing other people's knights, throwing them in, pulling the door out, capturing other people's knights, seeing knights fall down in the hole. It's all about the experience to me. And it just looks really neat. So, if you play with, this is really good with young children. 4, 5, and 6. They're really going to enjoy this because they don't have to put a lot of thought into it. And watching them fall out is just something that they'll be able to do time and time again. What did you think of the game?
I thought it was kind of cool at first until well, it was still cool, but I thought it was really cool, the design all the time. But I was wondering, why is there stuff all over it? Why is there sheep, shepherd, and crow flying near the castle?
Well, I'm pretty sure that's just artwork. But do you think there's a lot of strategy in the game?
Yeah, because it's kind of funny. Also, just other things just flowing right out. If you didn't even put any of yours in, and you're the one who has to pull the door out, then it's gonna be really exciting because none of yours are gonna be pulled out. One of every color are gonna go to you.
Right, and again, there's not a whole lot of decision making on your turn, but when it all comes down to pulling that gate out. I really wish they had put it on 2 sides of the die, but it does seem to come up often enough with the game. So anyway, I like the game, but you must realize I like it because of what you can do in it, not because of what the game is.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.